Donald Trump is going to win in 2020. You heard it here. Okay, I hate making predictions. I thought that the Republicans were going to sweep all the branches in the midterms, and I was wrong. They made gains in the Senate, but they lost the House. That's why I'm just like, don't take my predictions, man. I'm one dude who reads the internet, and I could be wrong. I just tell it the way I see it, and I appreciate those who watch. Here's the thing. Check out this thing. Campaign 2020, TV's war against Trump leaves little time for Dems. They're doing the same thing they did in 2015 and 2016. Look at this. On TV, it was the summer of Trump. Trump has more than 10 times the on-air mentions than the next most mentioned person, the Democrat, Joe Biden. In fact, I'm pretty sure if you add all of these up, he's still pretty much close to 10 times more than all of the Democrats combined. Certainly the media knows what they're doing. They love it, the Trump bump. It was a really funny tweet someone put out. They said, I can't remember who put it out, so forgive me for not giving you the credit, but something about the media knows that Trump is worth money. He's lucrative. Talking about Trump drives ratings. They also know if they slam him too much, kill the goose that laid the golden egg. If Trump doesn't win 2020, they're going to lose the Trump bump. Their ratings are going to drop. So they need to make sure Trump wins while they still smear him. How do they do it? Well, they present the Democrats semi-favorably, but in a light that makes them look crazy, and they give as much airtime as possible to Donald Trump. This serves multiple purposes. Listen, more airtime for Trump means more money. It also means they can't highlight any of the sanity, like any of the good policies from the Democrats. Don't let the Democrats speak. Trump, 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 all day, all night, baby. That's what helped Trump win in 2016, and they are paving a path for him into 2020. Let's read this story. Before we get started, head over to, actually, you know what? I don't have it pulled up, but do this. Go to timcast.com/IRL, because I got a new video up. I don't have it pulled up. I'll pull it up for the next one. A van tour. If you want to see my van and hear about my plans, youtube.com/TimcastIRL. Let's read. They say, much as they were 4 years ago, the big three evening newscasts continue to be obsessed with Donald Trump, pounding him incessantly with the highly negative coverage. But then as now, the network's fixation on Trump seems to be leaving comparatively little airtime for his would-be presidential challengers. From June 1st through August 31st, MRC analysts found the networks devoted 838 minutes of airtime, nearly 14 hours to coverage of President Trump personally. The vast network of which, the vast majority of which was negative. They say, note, this report only examines coverage of Trump himself, not generic stories about his administration's activities or those of other top-ranking officials, which accounted for an additional 213 minutes of evening news airtime. Free press. There's no such thing as bad press. And let me make this point. People might say, yeah, but Tim, all the news is negative. That's bad for Trump. Hold on. Is it negative? Let's say CNN comes out and goes, Trump is allocating funding from government projects to the wall. What a disgrace. They haven't said, it's not negative. It's not negative at all. Now, you can say, obviously, they're smearing Trump. Right. Listen. There are two different people. One person hears Trump is taking money illegally. The other person hears Trump is keeping his promise by any means necessary. Just because they frame it negatively doesn't mean everyone agrees with them. Free press is free press no matter what, and the media knows what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And like Trump with the cat meme, it's a laser pointer, and they're a cat dancing around. The airtime devoted to Trump was 11 times greater than that spent on the leading Democratic candidate, former Vice President Joe Biden, and vastly more than the networks gave California Senator Kamala Harris, South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg, or Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren. Overall, 21 Democratic candidates shared 187 minutes of evening news airtime this summer, less than 1/4 of that of Trump alone. On the GOP side, former Congressman Joe Walsh received a scant 35 seconds of coverage after he announced his candidacy in late August. Yeah, but come on, he doesn't matter. While the campaign of former Massachusetts Governor William Weld has yet to be acknowledged by any of the three evening newscasts. Clearly, this heavy coverage is not intended to boost Trump. Overall, the spin on his coverage during these 3 months was 90% negative, roughly the same as we found throughout his presidency. The network spent much of their time on alleged scandals and accusations of racism. During the past 3 months, Evening News viewers saw an additional 82 minutes on the Russia investigation, bringing the all-time total to 44 hours. Okay, man, 44 hours of Russiagate. You know what's going to happen to all those people who were sitting there staring at the screen, Russia, 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 and then Mueller's report dropped, and they were like, oh, I was lied to for 3 years. Yep. 43 hours of lies. Not necessarily lies, but misinformation. They say coverage plunged after former special counsel Robert Mueller's testimony in late July. Evening News coverage of the so-called collusion scandal sank from 46 minutes of airtime in July to less than 8 minutes in August. But the idea of Trump's impeachment was floated in 35 stories between June 1st and August 31st. Network reporters seemed especially interested in topics they claimed showed the president displaying racial insensitivity, spending nearly 74 minutes on Trump's feud with the far-left squad of Democratic congresswomen, and another 25 minutes on his antagonistic tweets aimed at Democratic Representative Elijah Cummings. An additional 22 minutes was spent serving up theories that Trump inspired at the events in El Paso, as well as recalling his response to Charlottesville. Okay, hold on. Listen. Trump's doing it on purpose. Trump's doing it on purpose. You know what I want to do? I want to go outside with a big sign that says Trump's doing it on purpose. And I want to wear crazy clothes and shake the sign in the air because apparently nobody's listening. Apparently I need to get sensational and scream the end is here, but actually Trump is doing it on purpose. When Trump focused on the squad, he did it, in my opinion, because he was simultaneously changing asylum rules that probably would have, I believe it did spark a lawsuit. And the last thing he needs is activist funding going to a lawsuit. So what does he do? He points to the squad and says something dumb. And the media goes, woo, with their arms in the air. Take a look at Sharpie Gate. What is Trump doing currently? He's allocating funding from military projects towards the wall, which could trigger lawsuits, and I believe it did. The last thing he needs is activists raising money for those suits and filing suits in various jurisdictions. So what does he do? He tweets incessantly about a Sharpie, and he posts a meme of a cat. Trump is doing it on purpose. You've got to be nuts to think all of these are happy accidents, that Trump is just a bumbling, idiot savant who's accidentally tricking the media into focusing on him relentlessly. But here's the other more important point. It's that the press is good. There's no such thing as bad press. The more they talk about Trump, the less they talk about Biden. You want to complain that Trump said a mean tweet? Most people don't care. But instead of talking about Biden's plans or why people should focus on Biden, you're talking about Trump nonstop all day, every day. And Trump knows. I have to assume he learned in 2016 that all of the free press he got helped him win. No such thing as bad press. I'll stress the point. When they come out and say, oh, Trump just said these horrifying things about Ocasio-Cortez, one person says, wow, why would Trump say that? The other person says, yeah, maybe Trump's right. You don't know who you're speaking to. There are people in this country who are politically inactive, and they hear the story and they go, maybe Trump's right about that. Maybe that's what they think. Some of them do. So even if you make enough outrage, in the end, if no one hears about Democrats, sure, a lot of people might vote against Trump, but you're activating voters for Trump. And you're also causing chaos on the left because no one can get a word in edgewise. Think about this. Joe Biden can come out. His eye can burst on camera. I could just bleeding. And the media barely talks about the guy. Trump posts a tweet of a cat with a laser pointer and him wiggling it. And the media goes nuts. Brian Stelter does a whole segment. Oh, look at Trump and the Sharpie thing. Pete Buttigieg can come out, talk about policy. Elizabeth Warren. Now, this is where I get angry. Elizabeth Warren wants to go after big tech, and this I commend, okay? I can criticize these people for a lot of things, and I'll criticize all of them. I don't care if it's Trump or Warren, but I will praise them when they do the right thing. And Elizabeth Warren is doing the right thing by challenging big tech. Now, I don't agree with the censorship and the hate speech and all that stuff, okay? I think hate speech is bad, but I think censorship is worse. But she's right to target them for antitrust probes or whatever. And that gets my respect. But she can't even get airtime about it because Trump's posting cats with laser pointers. He owns the media. He owns the media. Tell me I'm wrong. Change my mind. Look at this image. 838 minutes on Trump personally. He owns them. Not only is he living rent-free in their head, he's pushing buttons and making them do whatever he wants. And now they're going to say, Trump, some guy tweeted, Trump cultists think Trump's doing it on purpose. Oh, are you kidding me? Do you know how many people wish they could command that kind of press? Do you know how many people are so desperate for attention, they commit crimes to try and get attention? And Trump can snap his fingers, or better yet, Trump can tap the screen on his phone, post a picture of a cat, and get 4 or 5 times the coverage of all Democrats combined. The media knows what they're doing. Trump knows what he's doing. The media doesn't care. I love this right here. Don't believe the liberal media, they say. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter, MRC, because in the end, Trump gets the attention and Trump wins. Even if the press is bad, even if it's bad, there's no airtime for any of the other candidates. I think if Elizabeth Warren came out and talked about big tech more, she'd find a lot of supporters. She can't. The media won't cover it because Trump is just so darn entertaining, isn't he? Trump knows he's an entertainment guy. He's a reality TV real estate mogul. He knows what people want. He's in the WWE Hall of Fame. He knows how to entertain the crowds. Bread and circuses. Well, a lot of people agree with the policy stuff he's doing behind the scenes, but there you go. And you know what's funny? For pointing this out, they're going to call me right wing. They always do this. I'm not wrong. I am not wrong about this. It's there. The data is there. The media favors Trump. The negative story, but more airtime. Okay? I'm not wrong about this. This is Trump's advantage. None of these other Democrats have any idea how to get press. Trump does. Stick around. I got one more segment coming up in a few minutes, and I will see you all shortly.